How often are you waiting for outside validation, approval, or the green light to pursue what it is you truly want? I'm talking about the gym that you're training at, about the car that you drive. I'm talking about the food that you eat. I'm talking about the clothes that you wear. I'm talking about the people that you're dating right now. I want you to think about it. How often are you waiting for that outside thumbs up and seal of approval to go and do the things that you want to do? How many of you actually right now have this blocker, whatever you want to call it, this obstacle in place right now that stops you from being you and living the life you want to be living? So let's get into it. This week on the Unfiltered Podcast, I'm calling the title of this podcast Permission Granted, Unlocking Your Power. And it's a conversation that has been coming up in regards to my coaching clients and highlighting to them, give yourself permission. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about giving yourself permission right now to go and do the things you want to do. It's going to be another little short solo episode where we dig into what it's not doing for you and what possibly your life could look like once you start giving yourself permission. But like I say on every episode of the podcast, if you're a fan of my unfiltered nature, if you feel like these conversations do hit home for you, if you feel like it hits home for other people that you know, why don't you hit that subscribe button and help me make this podcast go where I want it to be? I really appreciate it. And like I've said, it helps me with generating the right topics to talk about and where to dig deeper into. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, but you are a fan, please just hit the subscribe button there. Please, if you could hit the subscribe button, it goes a long way. And yeah, let me get back into the episode. So let's talk about granting yourself permission to go do what it is that you want to do. I'm talking about society right now, are so caught up in the external yes, the thumbs up, that we actually forget the most powerful permission comes from within. The most powerful permission comes from you saying yes to yourself versus waiting for someone else to basically say, all right, off you go kind of thing. In this episode, I'm talking about embracing a more positive mindset of self-permission and how that can change the game for you massively. Whether it's starting that new project, setting boundaries, or simply allowing yourself to take a rest. If you're ready to break free from all of that self-doubt, break free from all of those limitations that are cropping up right now, this is now your permission slip to thrive. So let's get into it. What is it that you're constantly asking permission for? Let's look at your life scenario right now. Where are you in life? Are you doing the job that you want to be doing? Are you working in a career right now which fulfills you? Are you with someone right now who brings you joy? Are you living in an environment right now which serves you, like with happiness? Not serves you. Are you eating the things you want to eat? Are you dressing the way you want to dress? Are you going on those adventures that you really want to go on? Are you saving too much for a rainy day? Are you investing in yourself? There are a number of things right now that come up, and I feel when it comes to giving yourself permission, it's something that we stop ourselves from doing, and it's something I've been hammering down on my clients to start embracing. Majority of us have been brought up in a way where it's difficult for us to just go and do what it is that we want to do. And when we find someone doing what they want to do, we find it so inspiring. We find it so motivational. Like, oh my God, she basically went to university, decided to do this course, to follow her passion and her dreams. I wish I could have had that. But you still can. Give yourself permission to go and explore that if you really want to. Oh my God, she found the time to create a business whilst working a full-time job, and she's put the investment into it. She's doing all of this grafting and it's actually excelling right now. Like when you look at her page, she's got the followers, she's got the likes, she's got the collaborations. It's amazing. I would love to have something similar to that too. Okay, of course you can. Go and do it. Oh my God, it sucks. I'm working out. I stopped eating carbs. I've limited the amount of fats I'm having, etc. All of this stuff. But I really just want a pasta right now. I want a pizza right now. I want KFC. I want an Nando's. Well, go and have it then. We've got this trapped in our head that we can't do certain things to achieve certain things. We have to dress a certain way. We have to look a certain way. We have to be a certain way. And what that does, if you're in a mindset where you're not actually giving yourself permission to do what you want to do, you're actually stopping yourself from being you. I remember when I was working at my last corporate job, and I inquired what the dress code was because obviously the last job I was at, it was more of shirts, jeans, kind of it weren't casual, but chilled enough to have jumper and jeans with a pair of shoes. Yeah. That was the attire. And at this place, they said, yeah, pretty much similar. Keep it smart casual was the dress code. So I remember day one, I came in with blue jeans, a shirt, some shoes, and a jumper. And I realized no one else was wearing blue jeans. So I was like, okay, cool shit. Maybe moving forward, I'll wear black jeans instead. So I bought myself some more black jeans and started wearing like some summer trousers and stuff like that. And it was kind of like smart. And I realized that other people in the office sometimes would like cycle in and wouldn't change out of their outfit for like hours, and then would shower up and stuff. And I'm like to myself, well, clearly when work's more important and then what you're actually wearing, like, am I comfortable wearing shoes all the time? So I started wearing trainers because I saw other people wearing trainers. And now, as you lot know, well, if you don't know already, I'm a bit of a sneakerhead in some degree, where I like to wear very out there trainers. So I got a shitload of Yeezys, a couple of Jordans, and I'd like to mix and match. So I started giving myself permission to wear footwear which I felt comfortable. Like, what I wore on my feet wasn't going to justify the work I did on the computer screen. No, I'm just going to be comfortable. So I started giving myself permission to just wear what I wanted to wear. When it was cold in the office and everyone found it hot, like, respectfully, I might bring with me a shirt and I might bring a hoodie with me as part of my outerwear coming into the office. But if it's cold in the office, what am I meant to do? Like, freeze? So I might have put my hoodie on. There was times where I wore my North Face jacket in the office and everyone would laugh and be like, is it that cold? I'm like, yeah, I find it cold. I'm stuck under this ventilator or this air fan or whatever it is right now, and it's making me really cold right now. So what do you want me to do? And so I started giving myself permission to do me, and work then became a little bit more comfortable. Like, there wasn't really much of a dress code when it came to like eating. I was following a health plan for myself, so it required me having a lot of protein in my diet, and I was advised that, you're not going to consume all of this protein in one sitting, so it's better off splitting it out. And so I took it upon myself. I get an hour lunch break, and people normally eat from their desks. So what I'm going to do is at certain times in the day, I will go to the fridge, warm up my stuff, bring it back, and just munch on it very quickly while I'm working. Now, I would be the individual that came in at 9, had a protein shake. At 11, would have some chicken and rice. At 1, go out for lunch and have some more chicken and rice. At 3, another chicken and rice, and then maybe some protein right before I left. So it's like small little breaks. I could all have it in one sitting, but for my gains I'm looking to try and make, than what I had been advised, I had to split up my meals. So what was I going to do? Like, not eat and not follow my plan? I gave myself permission to do that, and if it was a problem, I'd discuss it with people, but it never was. It's weird what started to change and what started to happen once I started putting me first. So the way I date, the way I talk to women, the way I'm very vulnerable and open around my situation and what I'm doing in life right now. Like, I've given myself permission to be me. And if that's not someone's cup of tea, that's totally okay. How I look doesn't define me, it's what I feel comfortable in, and that should be seen as okay. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like there are a lot of us right now who don't give ourselves permission to do us. So there might be a sport that you want to play, there might be a class you want to go to, there might be a podcast you want to start, a new career you want to indulge yourself into, but you feel you're not allowed to do that because of what society has said, or because of how you've been brought up and the cultural upbringings that have been placed upon you. Like, you can't date anyone outside of your culture, but maybe you find other people outside of your culture attractive. Is it a problem? Give yourself permission to explore. It's your life at the end of the day. Like, it doesn't make sense when I hear it from a perspective. Like, I get the cultural side of things and I get the respect, but can you see what that's doing in regards to the life you want to be living? If you want to travel and not work, your ideal lifestyle is to spend the next 3 years exploring all areas of the world, maybe doing some side jobs while you're out there, living out of a backpack. Why aren't you doing it? You don't want to live the rest of your life in the country that you're in right now or the city that you're in. Move out. Give yourself permission to do what it is that you want to do. I've been listening to Dara, the CEO, recently, and one of the episodes he had with this guy called Ramit Sethi, and he talked about how we have this false narrative that we should invest in properties and we should buy a house. It's a great asset, it's a great investment. And he was talking about how he always rents and how he doubles down on his investments by renting, and then whatever other income he has, he will use that to invest versus just having a property and dealing with a mortgage and dealing with the other fees that come across by owning a house. And he flipped the narrative, and he gives himself permission to live the lifestyle he wants to live. And I feel like a lot of us right now are so conditioned that we need to do X, Y, and Z and follow the book to become successful. Like, if you don't want that financial commitment to live in that one city, like, you want to venture different places, you want to live in New York one time, you want to go to LA another time, you want to live in Dubai, you want to, like, there's no harm in renting. But we've got it programmed within here that we're not allowed to do that. That's not the right way of living. So no. And these small little bits and bobs that come up. I've had a number of conversations with people who want to change their career. They'd love to get into teaching because they love working with kids. it's been something they've always aspired to do. Go and do it then. I've had people who said they love the fitness game so much. They love helping people in the gym, but they're not qualified to PT. They're not qualified to be an online coach. I'm like, why don't you just do a course? Yeah, I know. I think it'd be great to do that, like full-time, just helping people. Well, what's stopping you? It doesn't look good, does it? According to who? And there are so many things that come up. You shouldn't really buy a car. It's a depreciating asset. Yeah, you're right. You know what? It does lose value. What's more important to you though right now? Saving for something that you're not possibly going to get anytime soon, or enjoying the moment? Give yourself permission. If you want to drive something nice, go drive something nice. If your job requires you to drive to and from work, do you want to drive something that just gets you from A to B, or do you want to have a little bit of luxury in your life? Like, if you feel like you deserve it, go get it. These small little bits and bobs in regards to the permission we don't give ourselves really play a detrimental part within our growth journey and like our general happiness, our fulfillment. It's very, very interesting and alarming to see when people don't give themselves permission to explore. They allow the outside noise to play a pivotal part in regards to what they can and can't do. It is very detrimental. It's not a nice place to be in. It's not a nice thing to see. And one particular thing I've been helping my clients with right now is giving themselves permission to go and do the things that they really want to do. Go date that guy. Go reach out to him. If you're on Hinge, send that rose. Whatever it is that you want to be doing. Pushing themselves out of their comfort zone to start doing the things that they really, really want to do. You want to do that course? Let's sign up for it. Let's sign up for it and let's hold you accountable and let's get you over the line. If you don't like it, you don't like it after. That's okay. That's cool. But let's push yourself in a direction to go and make the changes that you want to make to live the life you really want to be living. It's very, very interesting when it doesn't happen. It's interesting to see what lifestyles people then turn out to go and live and then come back to me in 20, 30 years time and say, man, I wish I did that when I was younger. So what I mean by that is I've had a couple of people who are within their 40s and 50s and said to me, yeah, divorced now. Don't know why I just went into that marriage. I wish I possibly didn't. Interesting. And now trying to give themselves permission to do other things is a challenge. It doesn't need to be a challenge. You've got the false narrative. You've got the belief systems that tell you that you can't when I'm telling you you can. But what does your life look like if you give yourself permission? And the fucked up thing with all of this right now, the generation, I'm talking about my generation, maybe above and below as well. When it comes to us having kids, when it comes to us having a younger generation after us that we want to educate and inspire, we are going to give them all of the opportunities. We're going to give them all of the permission to go and explore everything. When it comes from their sexuality, the careers they want to be working, the sports they want to be playing, yeah, go for it. If we can make it work, yeah, go for it. You want to travel? Honestly, there's so much of the world to see. Go and do it. We are going to be the people that push these people in the direction to go and do the things that they really want to do and go and explore. Yet we stop ourselves from doing that. Why? If you want to do some charity work, go put yourself out there to do some charity work. If you want to take a sabbatical, take a sabbatical. Fuck the salary that comes in. You'll make it back. Money comes and goes. You know you're that hardworking. You know you can find a way of making it work. Don't worry. Yet we let the worry play a pivotal part in our general life and our growth and the things that we want to do. I don't want to sound repetitive, and I probably have, but I just wanted to put this out there. If you're in a position right now where you're struggling to give yourself permission, and if you feel what I've said on this episode right now has resonated with you, don't keep this mindset to yourself. I personally would love to hear from you, whether it's through your comments, whether it's through your reviews, or even a direct message. You know where you can find me, UnclePre_. And if you're ready to take that next step in giving yourself some permission to go and be the best version of you, or be the version of you really want to be, I'm here to help. Whether it is you're looking to gain clarity, work on your limiting beliefs, or give yourself the courage to take that step to go and do the things that you want to do, I want you to book in that one-on-one coaching session with me. The one-on-one unfiltered coaching experience that I gift out to everyone who generally wants to try and find a way of making a difference. Like, coaching might not be the right step for you, but it's a platform for where you can get some accountability and get some ownership in regards to the situation you're in right now. I want to help you. So if you want that help yourself, book one in. You know where you can find me. Book yourself in a call on my website at www.unfilteredcoaching.com, and it's unfiltered without the I. And yeah, until next time, stay true to yourself, stay authentic, and lastly, stay unfiltered. It's been your boy Pre, and I'm signing out. Peace.